The National Education, Health and Allied Workers Union, that is Nehawu, is in court. That is to force government to provide healthcare workers with personal protective gear. Nurses affiliated to the union are on the front lines of the fight against COVID-19 and are now threatening to go on strike if their demands are not met. Nehawu's Kaya Kaba says there are not enough masks, gloves and sanitizers at clinics and hospitals. Well, for more on this story, we cross to my colleague Mbongeni Muthwa, who's been covering the story. Thanks very much, Mbongeni, for joining us. So what has happened in the proceedings thus far?
Well, the proceedings are going ahead. Just a short while ago, the parties were being given credentials for logging on to the proceedings to connect with the judge, via Skype. The judge is in Durban. The respondents are scattered all over the country. The respondents being, the lawyers for the Department of Health, Department of Labor, the 9 MECs of health, from the provinces, all connecting via Skype with the judge who is in Durban. And we understand that the focus of the hearing at the moment is the applicants, that's Nehawu, requesting that the matter be postponed. Initially, they wanted the matter to be postponed to later in the week, that would be Friday, but some of the respondents have rejected that request. We understand that the Department of Labor specifically was against any delays. They wanted the matter to go ahead today as scheduled. So that's what is being heard now, the arguments for a postponement. That's what the judge is hearing now via Skype. And later on, the judge will issue an order or a decision whether he or she is granting the postponement to tomorrow, not Friday, because that has already been rejected by some of the respondents.
So, Mbongeni, why would Nehawu be looking for a postponement? Surely this is an urgent matter. Right now, some of their union members, they're in the field right now, working without masks, without gloves, without protective equipment, and they're now at risk of contracting this disease. Surely this is an urgent matter.
Yes, the reason for the postponement that Nehawu is seeking now, from what we were told earlier on by the General Secretary of COSATU, Mr. Njali, as you know that Nehawu is an affiliate of COSATU, is that Nehawu only received the responding affidavit by the Department of Health this morning when the matter was initially scheduled to go ahead at 10 o'clock today, this morning. So they say that does not give them enough time to study the responding affidavit by the Department of Health. So that's why they are seeking the postponement. Also, we don't know yet if that is part of the reasons why they would want to seek a postponement. Apparently, the Minister of Health has requested a meeting with the unions, that would be Nehawu and other public sector unions that are operating in the health field, that would be DINOSA and others. He has requested a meeting. Initially, he wanted the meeting to happen this morning at 8 o'clock, but the union said, no, that's not going to work because they are supposed to come to court already at 10. So apparently now they've agreed, the unions, that is, to meet with the Department of Health tomorrow. And they are saying that if there's an agreement there, if the Department of Health agrees to their demands at that meeting tomorrow, they would want that agreement to be referred to the court, this court, the labor court, for affirmation, and then it's made an order of the court, because they say they don't trust the weight of the government, especially lately given what has happened with the failure of the government to implement the wage agreement for public sector employees. So they would want any agreement that is reached at the meeting tomorrow, if there's an agreement at that meeting, to be confirmed by this court. So that's probably going to be part of the motivation for delaying the matter until tomorrow. We don't know yet, because we are here at court. There's no one here. People are logging on to the hearing via Skype from their various locations.
Thanks very much, Mbongeni. That clears up the matter nicely. My colleague there, Mbongeni Muthwa, reporting from the court there. We're going to have more news for you.